So I have a new Mavic 3 Pro Cine, and it's a great day in New York. 55 degrees. We are in the one and only Coney Island, Brooklyn, and this is a great place and a great day to test flight the Mavic 3 Pro. And since I'm out here testing out the replacement Mavic 3 Pro just to make sure it has no quirks, I'm gonna go ahead and also take this time to really talk about the Mavic 3 Pro compared to the Air 3, and even talk about hints of the Mini 4, but not really a comparison between these three drones. So if that didn't make any sense, because I'm just thinking about it myself, I'm gonna really talk about Mavic 3 Pro compared to the Air 3, and if you had to have a Mini 4 Pro, like which out of the three should you choose, and why I recommend one of those. So let's get this drone up and check it out. So I just finished flying with the Mavic 3 Pro Cine. Pro Cine over here. And of course, like DJI products, everything was really smooth. We didn't have any issues whatsoever. Really got to enjoy flying here at Coney Island. It is sort of fall, winter, so although there is a lot of people over here, there wasn't really any Karens or any issues to deal with. All right, well, it's kind of chilly, so let's get to the bottom of this video. The question is, now that I got the Mavic 3 Pro back, I really wanted to go ahead and fly. In my quitting FPV video, I mentioned that having too much gear is a problem. Having too much gear is a problem because you don't get to fly as often as you think, or you don't get to fly all your gear as often. So it was really cool getting the Mavic 3 Pro, a new one, because it really allowed me to come out here and fly. So the question remains, Mavic 3 Pro or Air 3 or Mini 4 Pro. None of those drones, I'm gonna give you a politically correct answer, because none of those drones I think can compare to one another. For instance, today flying the Mavic 3, I really took advantage of having that 3x lens on my drone, but also more importantly, I really ventured today into that 7x lens and really maximized some compression shots with the 7x, both in video and photography. In fact, I can't wait to get back home and dump all these footages, all these photos, all these videos back into my computer, because I really want to see that 7x and how it looked, especially the photos. I got some really good compression shots that I can't wait to check out. So for that reason, the Mavic 3 Pro I think is fantastic. Just the ability to have those 3 different focal lens in your drone, I think is world class. Now the Air 3 doesn't go that far. The Air 3 has, the standard wide lens and also has the 3x tele lens, which I think is a great B drone to your Mavic 3. I would say if you had to pick out of the lineup, Mini 4, Air 3, Mavic 3 Pro, then I would say Air 3 or Mavic 3 Pro all day. The Mini is a great drone for beginners, for those that are starting into the drones, or for individuals like perhaps the ones watching my video right now, we, the ones that are absolutely obsessed with drones and we gotta have it all. Then the Mini 4 Pro is a great complement. Either Mini 4 Pro or Mini 3, I would say, is a great complement to the fleet of drones. It's a compact drone. So today, for example, I am on my bike over here, and instead of carrying this big bag with all this gear, perhaps I could have just had the Mini with me, and the Mini would have been great in today's environment. So, you know, going back to the original question, because I don't want to digress and make this video any longer than what it should be. If you had to buy a Mavic 3 Pro or an Air 3 or a Mini, I think it all depends on what's your use case scenario. You can't go wrong with any drone, but I would absolutely recommend the Mavic 3 Pro as my #1 pick, and we're gonna end there. Mavic 3 Pro, I think, is still king no matter which of those 3 drones that's out there today. The Mavic 3 Pro Cine is in a class of its own because this drone has a 1 terabyte SSD on board, which I absolutely love. I can do burst shots. I can do, I think, 1-second hyperlapses. I was thinking about doing a hyperlapse today, but really didn't get to it because, I mean, the clouds look like crap and there's not that much moving traffic, vehicle traffic. And you know, it also sports ProRes, so you have 3 different ProRes options. You have ProRes 422 LT or LT, HQ, and standard 422 ProRes. So for those, you know, that really want to maximize on stock footage and really make sure that you get the best quality available, so that the individuals that are buying your stock footage can color grade and push the colors to the best. I mean, ProRes is industry standard, so you know, I don't think that a Mavic 3 Pro Cine is necessarily needed by a general hobbyist or a professional, if that matters. It all depends on what kind of shots you're getting. For example, me, myself, I absolutely do not need a Mavic 3 Pro Cine. The reason why I bought and went with the Mavic 3 Pro Cine is because it came complete with everything. It came with 3 batteries and it came with the RC Pro. I didn't want to buy the Mavic 3 Pro FlyMore because it came with the standard RC, the RCN1 I think it's called, and I really wanted that RC Pro, and I didn't want to buy it separately because then it was only like $200-300 more. So I figured, let me go ahead and get the bag, let me get the filters, let me get all of that, and let me just go ahead with the Cine Pro. But the Cine Pro is not really needed by anyone, and if I had to go back and I could save a couple of bucks, I'd probably get the just Mavic 3 Pro FlyMore. No need for the Cine. It is nice to have, but it all depends on what can you afford. If you are looking for your next drone, please do make sure to check out DroneWorks. DroneWorks is a fabulous supporter of this channel, and they're also great to the community. So please make sure that you support DroneWorks, who are also supporting us in the drone space, and make sure that you let them know that Eddie sent you. All right, guys, it's getting cold. It is like 4 o'clock. The sun is gonna start setting, so I wanna make sure I get back on this Onyx bike over here and head home before it is too darn cold. Until next time, peace.